when did you start dancing? How did you start dancing?
When did I start dancing? I came to New York 10 years old, lived with my uncle who lived in an apartment on 129th Street. In this apartment, nothing but dancers and people in show business was there. So every day you just hear pop, pop. People was dancing. I'm a little kid and I'm looking, I said, oh, look at that. And I picked it up.
And when you picked it up, I mean, were you doing Lindy Hop or what were you
Oh,
doing?
Lindy Hop, I didn't know Lindy Hop. Then I was just doing the tap dance, tapping.
Okay. When did you first start Lindy hopping?
Oh, I was going to high school, and this boy had a club called the 400 Club. They had green jackets, and I used to run up with Savoy every chance I get. I used to save my lunch money, have the girls bring me a sandwich, so I have enough money to get up with Savoy on a Sunday.
And what do you remember? What year that was around?
I guess 1940. I came out of 39, 40.
Okay. So, can you just give us just walk us through a little bit, like say you go to the Savoy, just tell us what it was like going there.
Well, when you first get into Savoy, you think you're in heaven. It was so pretty. It had the white stairs going up. It had the white furniture. The bandstands, the 3 bandstands, 1, 2, 3. When one band finished playing, the other band started. And the music was jumping. And everybody was smiling. You didn't see nobody that wasn't smiling in the Savoy. Everybody was friendly. It was just like the new world.
Was it like a unique place? Were there a lot of places in Harlem like the Savoy?
No, Savoy was by itself. We have other dance halls like the Renaissance Ballroom, Congress Casino, and Golden Gate, but they can compare with the Savoy. Savoy was top shelf.
What was it that made the Savoy different?
First, they had the best bands there. Count Basie, Jimmy Lumford, Cab. They had a house band called the Savoy Sultans. And when the other bands came to the Savoy, they better be ready to blow because the Savoy Sultans chased them out the house.
So, I mean, did they have, what kind of things did they do with the bands? Did they have battles or did they just have big shows or what did they do?
Well, when one band played, after he finished, the next band played, they tried to cut each other.
Did they do that? Was that a thing they did all the time or was that once a week or a big
No,
special?
every time they play, everybody's playing the best they can. Yeah, they try to kick buns every time they play. They want that band to be say, who's playing the best? Hey. Savoy Sultan was the top band in those days. They say jump, 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 up, up. And Savoy was jumping, man. I'm telling you, it was a beautiful sight. I used to go there and stay from 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I get home at 12:30, 1 o'clock at night to take my clothes and wring it out. Oh, it was such a nice time in those days. You know, and everybody was friendly. You didn't hear no MFs, no fighting. We had some bouncers there, Big George, Jack LaRue, those great big cats. And anybody come up there, some of the soldiers used to get out of line. They didn't last long. The bouncer grabbed, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, down the steps, away they go.
So was there a lot of competition in the dancing and the music? Or
Was there a lot of competition where?
competition like among the dancers, like you said, the
Everybody was
musicians-
cutting everybody. The Lindy Hoppers was cutting. You dance a little while, then I throw the girl out, somebody else grab her and throw her out before you know everybody. Just see who could do the most steps and who could look the prettiest.
Yeah. So what was it? I mean, what was the idea? Like, was that just a natural thing? Did people always do that, like the cutting?
I think it was natural. We were cutting each other ever since we can remember doing anything. You know, I'm better than you. I can dance better than you. You think so? Well, try this step. Okay.
And so it's interesting because I don't know that everybody grew up with that. I don't know if I grew up with that as much, but it sounds like
From different ages, man.
Yeah.
We're back in the 40s.
But at the same time, there's they're cutting people, but everybody's pretty happy. They're not like fighting. They're
Oh
just,
no, it was
So
a
can
friendly cut.
Can you describe it like just describe what it would be like so we can get a sense of like what it's like to be in that.
Describe.
Describe like the cutting and how it wasn't really like fighting, but what exactly.
Well, you dance as best you could, and you dance. You stop for a break, and somebody gonna push you out the spotlight, and they're dancing, so that you did your best, and the man coming in will do his best. But he don't last long because another couple just zoom right on in. You know, and the music's going all night long, just like that.
Did that kind of thing like make the dancing better? I mean,
Or make the musicians is feeding on the dancers is feeding on the musicians, and the place is just jumping.
Yeah, well, that sounds amazing. Okay, so in Harlem overall, like what was the reputation of the Savoy?
It was a place where people could go and dance. They were safe there. The bouncers took care of business. It was interracial, for during those days, the boys from the Bronx, girls from the Bronx, they used to come up to Savoy and they dance. Before, they didn't have, I don't think there was ever a place where you could go and intermingle like that we did up at Savoy.
Can you describe what it was like? Just like paint us a little picture of what it's like in the Savoy with the different races and stuff. How'd they get along?
How did they get along? Those girls came to dance. They winking and blinking at you. Show me that step. Fellas looking, they want to learn the steps.
So it was about dancing?
It was about dancing.
So do you feel like was the way people interacted in the Savoy was it different than outside of the Savoy? Like just
The Savoy was just a melting pot where all the dancers, if you could dance good, you was accepted. If you were blonde, brunette, or wherever you were, if you could dance, you could dance, okay? And if you couldn't dance, you better go on the other side of the Savoy and practice some more, then come in front of the limelight.
were there different places on the dance floor? Like?
On the left-hand side were the professionals, like Whitey and Lindy Hoppers, Norman Miller, Frankie Manning, Leon, and all the dancers who won the Harlem Room contest every year. They was on that side, okay? And people like myself who still going to high school, that's pretty good dancers, I wasn't too bad. We on the other side. And once in a while you sneak on over there, and like I knew Norma, and if I just get a chance just to throw her out, do a couple of steps, that was kicks for me, right? So you dance on one side until you get good enough and you come back to the other side.
So you had to earn it.
You know, you can't get up there, you can't jive, you gotta dance. Mm-hmm.
That's cool. That's cool.
That's cool, that's cool.
So when you think about Lindy Hop now, do you see people Lindy hopping anymore? I mean,
Every Monday night, we go to the Cotton Club, 125th, and they have the big band there, and that's where we go to Lindy Hop. And downtown, Irving Plaza, we go there to Lindy Hop. Before, we used to go to a place called the Cat Club. Before, we used to go to Smalls every Tuesday night. All the Lindy Hoppers, all the dancers come there.
Can you tell us a little bit about like all those places, about Smalls, about Cat Club?
Well, Smalls was a place that was Harlem's #1 night spot at one time.
Small.
And years later, when entertainment went down, they started having Tuesday night for the Lindy Hoppers. And all the old timers like myself used to get dressed on Tuesday night and come on up to Smalls.
Can you describe what it's like inside, like?
The Smalls is a beautiful place. At the bar, before we was dancing, before you go to the other part, the bar, the music, musicians sit on the bar and the music come up. And it was Harlem show place. Many times I go there, have 2 beers, but hurry up and run up to Savoy so you could dance. But the older fellows, they were there, the fellows who had the money, they'd come to Smalls to glamorize and be sharp and have the cars parked outside looking good. But fellas, my teenage group, all we want to do is be able to listen to Ed Willis Jackson, listen to the people play, and then we run up to Savoy and dance all night.
So how long was Smalls around?
So what?
How long was Smalls around? Like when did it open?
Well, I think it opened about 1926. I'm not too sure of that. I think it was about 26. Then it closed and then it opened again. Now it's gone. So it's an IHOP now.
So at Smalls, like what kind of people went to Smalls?
I just told you, the older fellows who had the cars and who were winking and blinking at the girls, they were there every night. They was clean.
Was that back in the day?
Was that back when?
Was that back in the day, or was that just recent?
Yeah, I'm talking about the early 40s. I came out of high school in 43. When I was going to Smalls, I used to have to save my lunch money and get me enough money to buy a bottle of beer. Well, beer wasn't but 25 and 50 then. I guess it costs you 3 and 4 now. Huh?
Yeah. So so when you after Savoy closed, did you keep dancing?
Not too much. We didn't have too many places to go. By that time, I'm thinking about riding in new cars and talk to the pretty girls. Ooh, dance. Yeah, dancing days was like.
When did it come back to you, dancing?
When did it come back?
Yeah, I mean, if you stopped doing it for a while, when did you sort of?
Well, Smalls opened back up, and we should go there on Tuesday night, and I think that's the time. And after Smalls, we should go to a place 125th Street. They had a band playing at a place called Willie's, called the Harlem Renaissance Band. So all the old timers that used to dance with me, they said, hey man, Monday night the Harlem Renaissance Band is blowing. All the dancers, all the old people, girls I haven't seen for years, they married, grandmothers now, and here they come, hey man, remember so and so? And from there, we just keep on dancing. It's alive, it's still going.
And when was that Smalls opened back up?
Well, I'm at Willie's now. Smalls been closed a long time ago, I told you.
Right, but
I said we come back to 125th Street, a fellow named Willie opened a bar and had a band called the Harlem Renaissance Band.
Yeah.
That brought all the dancers back out.
Yeah.
Now they're grandparents now, but they're still coming and dance.
And when was that? When did that kind of first start happening? That Willie's thing?
Well, I guess I'm going back at least 10 years. And when the Willie's open? Can't remember exactly year, man. You're taking me back. I was blowing my mind. What year did Willie open? This is 50. I guess about 15 years ago.
Okay. I'm gonna look at some of these questions here. So maybe we'll go way back. Where were you born originally?
I was born in Norfolk, Virginia, New York, at 10 years old. Been here ever since. I'm 84 now, so I've been in New York 74 years. So that's just my home, huh? You make me tell my age in front of them little foxes there, man.
Oh, that's good. So you
I'm glad to live so long. I hope I can just keep on feeling halfway all right.
Did you have like any role models dancing, like dancers you really like?
Oh, I have so many. My favorite dancer was a fellow called Derby Wilson. When I was a little boy, and I used to live on 29th Street with my uncle. He was one of the dancers there. He used to dance with a fellow named Bill Bailey, and a lady named Alvin Turner was there. And Willie Bryant was the Harlem MC, but he used to dance. And Ralph Cooper, he used to dance. And it wasn't nothing but dancers, right?
Talk about Chick Webb. We know about Chick Webb, but we don't know much about Savoy Sultans.
Oh, Savoy Sultans was the house band.
Were they before or after Chick Webb was?
Oh, they played the same time.
Yeah.
Anybody come up with Savoy, the big band come in, Bunny Bergen, Basie, anybody come in, they had the band stand over here. Savoy Sultans over here. And they had to play good, because Savoy Sultans was the baddest.
Were they your favorite?
Every Sunday I read in front of the bandstand.
Yeah. Okay. So, did you?
But getting back to the dancers, you asked me my favorite dancer was a fellow called Baby Lawrence. He's the best dancer in the world. Next to him, I take Teddy Hale. He's another good dancer. Then a fellow named Ralph Brown. Ralph Brown became a friend of mine. He was the cause of me to come to Paris. He was in this play, Black and Blue. And remind myself about Ralph Brown, I used to go to the Lafayette, that's before the Apollo. And Ralph Brown always worked with Duke, Cab, Jimmy Lumford, nothing but the big bands that he worked with. And he always wore a tuxedo with a top hat, tails, and he could dance. Seen him every time he played. Apollo, Lafayette, Harlem Opera House, wherever he was, I got to see the show. Years later, I get out the taxi cab. I look at this man, I say, "Aren't you Ralph Brown?" He said, "Yes, I am." I said, "Man, I got one of your steps." And I got out the cab and I did that wing that he should do. So he looked at me, he said, "Gee whiz," he said, "You got it, kid." I said, "What's your name?" I said, "My name is Leroy Griffin." He said, "Well, you got that one?" I said, "Yeah, I used to dance, man." I said, "But I was starving doing that. I got myself a city job and started eating regular." So we talked and became friends. He took me home. So he said, "You live here?" I said, "Yeah, 409 West 129th Street." He said, "Give me your number." He took my number. 3 days later, somebody knocked on the door. "Here's my idol, Ralph Brown." And we became good friends until he died. But anyway, he came in. About 6 months later, he said, "Leroy, get your dancing shoes. There's a show opening up in Paris called Black and Blue. And they're having auditions downtown." He said, "Come on, get your shoes and go down with me." I'm going in. Come on, man. I said, "Man, all the dancers in the world gonna be down there. Damn, I can't compete against Jimmy Slide and all the rest of the dancers, man." I said, "I ain't dancing a long time. I get a little jobs in the business by emceeing it, but really tap dancing, I haven't done it." He said, "Leroy," he said, "you can dance." He said, "When you walk in," he said, "those people who are back in the show sitting there, they might like the way that you walk. They might like the way that you present yourself. You might get the job." I went down with him. I didn't get the job, but he got the job, okay? 6 months later, Black and Blue's a hit, boom, in Paris. So he came home on a vacation. And he says, "Leroy, I came to visit my mother. We got a week off." I said, "Well, I'm packing my bag. I'm getting out of town. I'm going to St. Thomas." He said, "St. Thomas?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, you told me I said, "I've been there 5 times. I like it there, St. Thomas swinging place." He said, "Man," I said, "come over in Paris." Said, "I got a suite, best hotel there." Said, "Buster Brown is there." That's one of my old dancing friends. He started naming people who was in the show. He said, "Ruth Brown is there. Linda Hopkins is there." So he said, "Come on over there," and instead of going there, so you don't have to worry about no hotel fare. And so all the entertainers live in this big hotel in Paris, right? So, bam. Instead of going to St. Thomas, I get a plane, got to Paris. He met me at the airport, took me to Paris. They thought I was a star. Here I come in all the chorus girls, all the things. And one of the big, fine chorus girls, I was there. First night I started hitting, boom, boom, I'm shooting bullets at this big, fine thing, right? I come back in the hotel room that night. He said, "Man, what is wrong with you?" He said, "You hitting on one of them no money making chorus girls." He said, "Why don't you talk to so and 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 so?" He said, "Man, I don't understand you. You show us a square." It made me feel like that. See, them old time bastards, they all hustlers, they know what to do, right? But he was right. But anyway, Ralph Brown and I became very good friends. He just died about 6 months ago. And Buster Brown died too. All those dancers is gone, you know. But that's one of the best trips I had. I stayed there damn near a month, man. I had me a ball. Not only did I have a ball, I met one of the stars there, and she invited me out to Hollywood when the show closed. I went out there and stayed a month. Yeah, that'd be a nice little experience, you know. Yes, sir.
Nice.
But Ralph Brown was a hell of a dancer.
So did you like mostly tap dances? Do you consider yourself?
That's what I'm talking about, tap dancers.
Are you a tap dancer?
I'm a tap dancer. I'm a tap dancer. But I'm a good Lindy Hopper too. You know,
Is that like how it was back in the day? Where people did everything? Did they do both, or did they?
well, the tap dancers was a breed by themselves. They were professionals. They worked. The Lindy Hoppers, I grew up in Savoy just to dance. Just to do the Lindy Hop. That was the leading dance then.
Yeah. So what? I mean, so do you think was that like just something that everybody did?
Well, everybody who liked to dance did it.
Yeah.
Everybody who could do it. Some people still can't do it. They say 1, 2, 3, you know. But if you got the rhythm and the Lindy Hop get to you, you start moving, you start wiggling and giggling. Say, oh, Lindy, baby, do the Lindy Hop.
So have you seen like the new wave of Lindy Hoppers? Like new crowd, like people like my crowd.
Yes, every once in a while, something big is happening. A friend of mine named Teddy Karen, she have a dancing school down. You know her?
Interviewed you yesterday.
Yeah, you did?
Yeah.
I don't know, old buddies. I know her from the Cat Club. And she got a dancing school now. She's doing good. She's doing all right. Nice lady.
Great. So have you seen some of the dance?
Yeah, she called me up there once in a while to come out. Won't you see this new group I got? And I go down there, you know.
And so what do you think? I mean, does it look the same to you? Does it look different?
No, it's not. They're never going to look like this Savoy used to look. Not when Norma Miller and Frankie and Leon then was doing it. Oh, that Lindy Hoppers, hey, they was, ooh, you see some of their old pictures, they kicking, man. Those young people coming up now, they have to do a lot to catch up with that.
What do you think is different? I mean,
What is different? The rhythm is the same. The rhythm is the same. But it's different. It got different steps. This song, they don't have the charisma that we had. I'm talking about we. I mean, they don't have the charisma that Norma and the whiter Lindy Hoppers had. They used to win the Harvest Moon contest every year. Every year the Lindy Hop contest came from the Savoy.
what was it that made them so good? Do you think?
They're just good.
Yeah.
They had a good teacher. Whitey was one of the best teachers. That was it. And then the drive, the rhythm.
What was some of the other question? Okay. Did you get to go to the World's Fair in 19?
Yes, I was there.
You were there?
That's right. I was going to high school in 1939. And I remember driving the car. They had a car and they didn't have to shift. I said, ooh, look at where we at, you know. Yeah. And the Lindy Hoppers was out there dancing. Yeah, they were there, huh?
Tell us about that.
But nothing to tell them. The World Fair was everyone had that little space, a little box here, the stage there. You see the Lindy Hoppers here, you see another acts over there. And you see new things that's old, 39, 49, 50, ooh, that's a long time ago. And everything that I saw then has come to a head now, you know. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I mean, really don't know anything.
Well, you're a young man. How old are you?
28.
Oh, yeah, 28. Give me some of that youth, yeah.
I feel young now. Hanging out with this guy all the time. My friend's 21. I keep feeling old, but no, not anymore.
What about you? You one of the young dancers?
I am.
Well, I know you have the contest in San Diego. Did you have a contest there? A few years back, I know Norma called me and told me something was happening.
Yeah, probably.
So,
Yeah, we have contests kind of a lot, but it's a different scene now. It's a real different scene.
I can't explain it. See, I haven't been going regularly for a year or so, but I don't know, it's a different swing. They got a certain kick. I have to go every week to actually watch it to do it, you know? But they don't have the beat that we have. I don't care. They just don't have it. The young
Different
people.
rhythm, less rhythm?
Well, the rhythm, the music is different. You know, like we were like da 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 da. But now they're doing acrobats with it. Crossing over. You know, they not got that steady beat. So you got me working, man. Listen, this is getting tiresome now, young man.
All right, almost done. Almost done. Because I got to ask, what was it like when you first saw the downtown dances at like Smalls, the Cat Club?
Someone said, hey, man, there's a club downtown called the Cat Club. That's where all the people used to go down. Smalls had closed. Savoy was closed. The Cat Club was the place for a while.
And so was that a place where it was just old timers, or was there a mix of people?
Oh, it was a mix of people. It was a nice club. And some of those friends I met, that's 20-some years ago, we are still friends. Like with Frankie Manning had his boat ride for his birthday. So many people that I saw, girls, don't I remember you? And ladies run up to me, this is my daughter. I said, oh, look at daughter, what's your name? You know? And the daughters and dances is a good feeling. All the dancers, all the people in the business that you know, very nice people. You imagine a lady coming up to you with this little fox over, this is my daughter, and she can Lindy hop too, please dance with her. I said, well, isn't that something? Look at there, you know? And they still the same nice people, because if you got it, you got it. If you're nice inside, it shows, and they continue on with your children. And I had a ball on the boat with them. And every once in a while, that lady called me and said, listen, we going down to the plaza Sunday night, the big band there. George McGee is going to be playing. So we go down there and I see them, we dance and talk about the old times, you know. Mm-hmm.
So what do you think of like the new dancers? I mean, you think they're like carrying something on? Or?
It is carrying something on, but everything is different. Everything changed, time changed, so people change.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a good thing. Because that's used to was. Now what's happening in NOW.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you want to get down, you better get with the down.
All right, so just on the social dance floor at the Savoy Ballroom.
Say it again.
On the social dance floor at the Savoy?
Uh-huh.
Did you see people throwing aerials, or did they wait? Was that just a performance thing?
That was a performance thing. The people on their ballroom was from 140th to 141st all the way around. And the people come to dance. Some people didn't even look at the Lindy House. They come there with their own little groove. I met some girls that used to come from Mount Vernon, the New Rochelle. They had their own little group there. And you go over there, you dance with them. And the girls from Brooklyn was on the other side. They had their little group. But everybody looked up to the old Harlem boys because we could dance back there. We were doing the thing. Yes, sir.
All right, did you see the Hot Mikado as well as the Savoy?
No, I don't remember seeing the Hot Mikado.
No.
I think was Bill Robinson in there?
Yes.
Huh? Yes. I remember seeing the advertised, but that was a play, I think, wasn't it, in downtown? I didn't have no money to go see no Hot Mikado during those days.
So what about the Savoy Pavilion? Like, what do you remember about that? Anything in particular?
Remember about what?
The Savoy Pavilion.
Well, that's at the World's Fair.
Yeah.
I told you. The people's up
But I
there.
don't know anything about it, so anything you see.
Well, it was at the World's Fair. They do a little bit of dance outside so the people can come inside and watch them dance.
Okay. It's like a little demonstration.
They pull you in. You know, they do the little shaking, little dance. Oh, come on in. And then you pay, you go in. See.
Okay, so.
That's for the tourists. That wasn't for people like myself. You got to remember, I'm a high school kid, man. I ain't got no money. Mother used to give me 25 cents for school, 5 cents for car fare to go, 5 cents for car fare to come, and 15 cents for lunch. But those girls from Corona used to bring a nice little ham sandwich for the old boys. Oh, boy, I think about that. Say, hey, bring a sandwich, bring a sandwich.
Okay, so last question, like how do you think that dancing, Lindy Hop or swing or anything has affected your life? Can you describe it to me?
Well, it kept me happy. I think it kept me healthy too. Because when you dance, you're using all your muscles. And when you dance and listen to the music, you got a good attitude in life. You ain't mad at nobody. You got a certain smile on your face. Like all the people that you know that dance, and you see them, they say hi. Everybody's happy. Ain't nobody mad at nobody. Just like you had those 3 ladies coming here. Did I greet them right? Did I? Sure, I greeted them right. I said, hey, ladies, how's every duty? Sit on down and talk to me. You understand? Because that's a swing in me. I feel it. Glad to meet you. Hope you're all right. And know that you're all right. If you come into a place like this, you're in the business some kind of way, and most people in show business are very beautiful people. You see how they help each other. Even the people at the top, look at that lady called Oprah. She's so rich she hurt herself, but she pulled back other people. She just do so. I got a lot of respect for her.
So you feel like dance changed you?
It made me the person that I am. I guess I had my disposition from a kid. But I always like to dance, and I'm dancing the happiest time when I hear music. When I get up in the morning, I like to hear some music. When I hear music, when I'm walking down the street by myself, I can hear Count Basie in my head. I can hear Jimmy Lumford talking about dancers only. Or when I look at a person, I can look at his face and tell what type of person he is. He's a nice person. He got a smile on his face. Even you see these little kids walking with the bop music, they bopping their head. You see another fellow walking, he don't have no bop music. He got that very stern look on his face. He's not thinking like this fellow who is playing the music is thinking. Music do something to you.